Hi everybody, and welcome to the highlighting and contouring demo video that I'm going to include in the portion of our online event for how highlight and contour. So I have already taken my facial cleanser and I have cleaned my face really good for the day. I'm going to next go ahead and start with our Glorious Face and Eye Primer. You want to prep your skin to make sure your skin is ready for optimizable product on your skin, so that way it sets it and it lasts all day long. So the Glorious Face and Eye Primer does not take very much at all. You're going to use a little bitty tiny dab, maybe like a little pea-size amount. Doesn't need much at all. Since we have mineral shadow powders with this product line, you're going to want to use something that's going to be put on your face to be able to savor that makeup all day long to where it lasts all day long. Little goes a long ways. Don't need a whole lot. My face is really red. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I've got some really big time splotchy parts through here and across the top of my ridge of my nose and my cheeks. Not fun, but I think a lot of women have that little red roseola stuff that happens. Okay. All right, and that's all you need for that. So, let me get my towel here so I can wipe off my hands. So next is what I'm going to do is get ready to prime my face for highlighting. For my skin tone, I'm going to use specific colors. For highlighting, you want to go to about 1 to 2 shades lighter than what your natural skin color is. And for contouring, you're going to go to about 2 to 3 shades darker than what your skin tone is. Today I'm going to highlight with the BB cream, and I'm going to use the cream. I'm going to use our foundation brush, put a little bit in my palm of my hand. Get enough here in case I need to have a little bit more. I'm going to take the brush and I am going to start underneath my eye. And I'm going to use my mirror here so I can see what I'm doing, but yet you all can be able to view what I'm doing from home. Using my phone, it works wonders. Go ahead and go to the other side. All the way across. Also want to make sure you keep it straight across. Down the sides of your nose. Where it almost looks like you have a little bad eye. This is good for covering up any dark circles and spots that you may have too. I also do the bottom part of my chin for my face shape. And I don't have a really big forehead, so what I'm going to do is you want to draw a line down your nose, so that way you can highlight your nose. And then I take and I pull it around like so to accentuate my forehead. Like so. I also would like to come along my sides of my cheeks right here, where my mouth is, and highlight. Along the sides of my nose, my nostrils. Okay, oh, maybe across like a little lip line too. Okay. So that's so part of the highlighting that I do. You can also use the BB cream that we have in this formula for the contouring part. Today I'm actually going to blend with a powder, but for the contouring I'm going to use our Fierce. And this is a powder concealer. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my blusher brush, which is great because it's what I like to do. I like to apply it with this. So I will put some of the Fierce on my brush, and dab it out a little bit because this is very concentrated, very pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot. And I'm going to start from the top of my ear right here, and I'm going to highlight or contour, I'm sorry, right along my jawline, my jawbone. So I will take it and I will start here, and I'm going to dab all the way down and then pull it in. It will be a little darker than what your skin tone is, and that's what you're wanting. Same along the other side. When you're highlighting, you're going to highlight the areas that you're going to want to feature really well along your face, and when you're contouring, if you want to make things smaller, you can appear to make things smaller. Like my little cheeks are little chubby cheeks, so this contouring really helps a lot. I don't want to contour a whole lot along the top of my forehead because my forehead's not really big. If you want your forehead to look bigger, you do more highlighting and highlight that area. To make your forehead smaller, you're going to contour it more to make sure that you diminish the look of the size of your head. You also want to do it along the side of your jawline. Contour along the base of your jaw. You can also go down into the neck area as well, and you can highlight and contour, but today I'm just going to go just a little bit down here so it gets my little double chin that I have going taken care of. Okay, so obviously you're going to look like a raccoon a little bit, but it will all get blended in together and work naturally and look wonderful whenever you're done. Next is what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our powders. And the powder is our pressed touch powder, our mineral powders. I like this really well to set into my highlights to be able to get that set into place as I blend. Another thing that I like to do too is to blend really well is I'll get these little sponges, and I'll just go through and just kind of touch up that little area a little bit before I set the powder on, to make sure that it won't get cakey. I'm blending just a little bit with this as well. Okay, so here's going to set my highlights with my powder. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend. I like to do my lighter colors first instead of blending in with the contour and the highlights, because I don't want those two colors to blend in too bad to where they look like one color. As you can see, it's starting to come out looking a little better. I'll follow that back up with my contouring, going back down the bridge of my nose on the side so I can highlight that. And you can just squeeze if you have a bigger brush, so that way it doesn't make the whole entire nose covered. You just want to hit a little special spot, which is right beside. And I feel I have a bigger nose, the bridge of the bottom of my nose. I like that to look smaller, so I want to go in and contour that to make that look smaller. And as you can see how that's done that already just on one side. See the difference in the size? And so that's really great to be able to do with your makeup. So now my nose looks a lot smaller. And you can take, is what I like to take sometimes, is I'll take one of our shadow brushes. I'll use our liner and shader brush. I'm going to use the eyeliner part. And I'm going to dip it in the powder. And I'm going to go right down along the side of my nose right here. contour this part. I would like that to be smaller looking. Then, when I blend it all together with my powder, it will set it really nicely. So next, I want to go ahead and blend in my contour. I'll dab off my brush that I've been using to make sure that the colors don't set in together. And I'll get my other powder, and I'm going to work on my contouring part, and I'm going to blend that in together really good in circular motions. I want to make sure you use a circular motion when blending. Setting it good. Okay. Go lightly over the sides of my nose. Okay. So next is what I'm going to do is I've done my highlighting and I've done my contouring of my face. Now I want to set it a little bit more. So I'm going to take our concealer. This is what I use for a finishing powder. And I am going to use our powder brush. This is the best brush I think I've ever used. I use this for so much stuff, but mostly blending with the concealers to finish everything off. So here's what I'm going to apply next is I'm going to blend it all together so it sets it really nice. And it looks a little bit more even in my skin, on my skin. Across the top first. Get some on my under part of my eye, across the nose, under. Perfect. And that's what I have done so far for my highlighting and contouring. Next is what I'm going to do. Oops, my rose water fell off. Next is what I'm going to do is what I like to try to do. I don't do this all the time, but this you can spray on your face and kind of set it. And then it will give it a nice little dewy glow. It'll look beautiful. And then I'll be ready to finish my remainder of my makeup with my blush. So I'm going to go ahead and spray lightly. I didn't spray very well, so I'll squirt it on my fingers and my hands and put it on. So that just set it all in place. So next is what I'm going to do is go ahead and get some of our blushers, and I'm going to choose my blush. And I like the Seductive. That's one of my favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some of that into my little lid. These are very pigmented. A little goes a long way. You do not need a whole lot. Go ahead and pull my blush. I'm going to go right across my cheekbone, or my little red cheek circle, and then right here the same way. Your little smile, I guess you can make that little cheek a little circle, and then take it up and then down. I also like to pull a little bit here, a little bit over the top of the bridge of my eyebrow to finish it off. Okay, and there the blush has been added. Now the next fun part that I love to do is the eyes. I love the colors that I have chosen. I have purple. I'm a purple girl. I love purple. Purple is my absolute favorite color. So that's one of the colors that I chose today to use. The three colors that I'm going to do is kind of like a variety of Halloween. So I'm going to start off with are flirty. And I'm going to put that all the way over my entire lid. My whole entire eye as a base. A little goes a long ways, guys. You can wear these wet, you can wear these dry. Today I'm going to start off with just making it dry just to give a little bit of a base coat to my eye. Same thing on the other side. All right. And then next I'm going to apply our Sassy, and this is a really pretty pink. It's a gorgeous color pink. And I'm going to use the same brush, which is our deluxe brush. And I'm going to go across the inside right here of the inner part of my eye and go across and lift up just a little bit in the top crease. Same thing on the other side. Across the bottom and across the top. Okay, so there's our Sassy in place. Then I'm going to take our Regal. This is my favorite color. I told you guys I love purple. Purple's my favoriteest color ever. I'm going to take, I'm going to take my crease brush. I always try to dab a little bit off so that way it doesn't fall underneath my eye. And I'm going to go across the bottom right here. You can see it going on. And across the very, very sides here to make the outer V. Same thing on the other side. It's fun playing with all the different colors and different looks that you can do. I want to go in and try to highlight a little bit, so is what I'm going to do is the next color that I'm going to choose, I'm going to make it wet. So I'll have all my shadows applied dry, and then to accentuate a little section of my eye, I will apply it wet. And that color is going to be our Empowered, our green. I'm really excited about that color coming out. So here I will start. I'm going to put a little bit of rose water. I'll put a little bit of rose water in the lid. And this is how you make them wet, is you'll just apply some shadow in there. I'm going to go back to my blending brush, mix this up some so it's a little wet. A little bit of a paste. And is where I'm going to apply next is I'm going to go right in the very middle. I'm going to go up.
Okay, so you're going to start first, okay?
Same on the other side, right in the middle. Give a little variety of color. And so, once my mascara goes on, it will really highlight that green. Okay, beautiful. Now, I love to wear our liners, or shadows as liners, because you can use any of these colors as liners. So I'm actually going to take the purple, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to make it wet and apply to my top of my lid for a liner, as well to the bottom to accentuate my eyes. So here I have it ready. And the nice thing about this little liner brush, you guys, it makes the perfect line for me. I've done pencils for the longest time. Once I started using this product and selling this product, this has been my go-to for my eyeliner. So it just gives the perfect line for me of every single time. It's angled perfectly to give you what you need for the finished look. Go back in and get a little bit more. Go across. I'm not making it real thick, but yeah, just to give a little bit of liner. And then I like to take on the bottom, I like to go across the very, very bottom of my lash, on the very bottom, and make my eye stand out even more. I don't go all the way across, I just go halfway. Make that side a little bit more dominant. There we go, and there we have it. And now, since I have done my highlighting, I've done my contouring, I've done my blush, I've set it, I've put everything on, now it's time for my lashes. And this is our #1 seller. This is the best product I think I've ever found in my life. My lashes, as you can tell, are, you know, I have lashes. They're not real dramatic, they're not long, they're not thick, they're not huge. But this right here gives me the look of false eyelashes. So #1, it's gonna make them thicker, it's gonna make them longer, it's gonna make them look phenomenal when I'm done. My face will become the center of attraction because of my eyes, and this is how the product works. So with the directions, it says that you can apply a base coat of your own natural mascara that you like to use, or your own mascara that you use. I personally do not like to use a base coat. I use the transplanting gel as my base coat. I like it because the product has a lot of collagen in it, and that is super duper healthy for my lashes. And I've actually been noticing my lashes, I'm actually able to see them now. It seems like I'm getting a little bit of regrowth of my own natural lash, which is really great. So I want to use this product as best as possible, full strength, 100% with nothing else behind it. So I'll apply a base coat to both sides of my lashes and kind of let that dry a little bit. I'll do 2 coats. When you're working with the fibers, you want to make sure that you are applying it just to one eye at one time. And while it's wet, so the fibers. So now I've done 2 coats on this eye. I'm going to use the fibers. The fibers are going to go on next. I'm going to get really close so you can see. You can see them going on. This is what attaches to your lash. And it appears them to look fuller, thicker, and longer. And right there, you can see just a big dramatic difference. So I'm going to let that set for just a second. I'm going to come over here and do my other eye. And put some gel back on it. And the key is to use quite a bit of gel too. Go ahead and apply the fibers on this side. Okay, so now I have one set of fibers on each side. Now I'm going to seal it. And this is going to go right across the fibers. Same on this side. Okay, now I've just done 1 coat. You can go with 1 coat and like that, and that would be just fine, or you can go even bigger. So I'm going to go bigger, and I am going to add another coat of the gel, and I am going to do Another coat of the fibers. And then seal again. It's buildable. You can make it as long as you want. You can apply it over the tips and the tops of your lash, so that way you can work on building the tips up, and that's how I do this next. I'll just continue with just one eye so you guys can see the difference. So I'll go along the back side of my lash, and the top again. I'll take the fibers and I will do the same thing. I'm going to go across the top part of my lash and then the tips. Sealed it the same way across the back side, top. And there you can already see a dramatic difference on just the length on this eye versus this eye. The more you build up on length on the tips, the longer you can make them go. So I'll do one more on this side. And the tips. Then I'll go back through with a lash comb and separate anything that I have together of my lash. Seal it. And there you guys, I have the 3D fiber lashes. Can you see the difference? This is just one coat, and this is actually 3 coats, 2 for the tips. And I love the finished product, what it looks like. And to be even really cool today, and to make my finished look even more amazing, I'm going to take some of the shadow powders that we have, and I'm going to apply that to my lips. And I told y'all I loved purple. Well, I'm going to finish my look off today with some purple lips. So I will go across the bottom of my lip and the top. Make it fun. And then I will use our lip gloss. This is our Loyal. It's clear. And you can go right across the top, bottom and the top. Set it in. And then the finished look is done. I'll pull off all my stuff. See guys, I even have purple hair. I even have purple hair. And this is my finished look with highlighting and contouring, and how my face looks completely different after I have the finished look. I'll do a side-by-side with photos so that way you guys can also see this, and I'll upload that. And that is everything about Younique. What makes us look great? What makes us feel good? What in the world? I have never had lashes like this before. This is the most amazing product. All the products are phenomenal, all natural, made from the most highest quality of ingredients. That's going to be super amazing for your face, and why not put something on your face that's going to be safe? I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope that you guys play around with some highlighting and contouring. A little practice makes it great. Have fun with it, and if you have any questions, please let me know or your presenter that added you to the event, and they will be happy to help you in every way, shape, or form. Have a great afternoon, guys. Thanks for watching.